Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Kelvin here. Sometimes in investing, we will look for stock tips. Maybe it's Jim Cramer or Chicken Genius, but definitely not Kelvin Learns Investing because that guy is still learning how to invest. All jokes aside, what if I told you that besides the usual few influencers, there are a few US politicians that are very good at stock picking? For example, Nancy Pelosi's husband earned $5 million profit after investing $11 million in just 1 or 2 months earlier. Do those coins go up so much or not? No, right? In fact, it was found that politicians are actually outperforming the S&P 500, while fund managers who are supposed to be good at investing actually underperform the S&P 500. Fund managers, what are you doing? You only had one job. So in this video, I want to find out what is going on. Why are some politicians so good at investing? Is it because they pray to the wealth god, Cai Shen Ye? Or is there something more? And more importantly, how you can actually follow their trades to get good returns too. But before I start, I would greatly appreciate it if you can help to tap the like button because it will help out with the channel. In return, I will show you a cute goat. Alright, let's start right now. So let's look at some data first. In Reddit, there's a guy named nobjobs who went and analyzed 9,000 plus trades made by US Congress members in the last 2 years. There were lots of buy and sells, but he only included transactions which were over 15k as he didn't want small transactions to affect the analysis. So this was what he found. Over 1 month, Congress members performed almost similar as the S&P 500. Over 1 quarter, Congress members outperformed by 1.3%. But if you look at till date, meaning from date of purchase till today, they outperformed the S&P 500 by 6%. Then you'll be like, wow, so good, let's follow all the trades. But hold up. Here's the thing, you can't follow immediately because they don't have to report their trades immediately. Instead, they are given up to 45 days to report their trades. So technically, you can follow their trades, but because of reporting delay, which by then it might be already too late because maybe the stocks would have already gone to the moon. This was what nobjobs wanted to know too, and he found something super interesting. Even though they are supposed to report within 45 days, the average delay for the reporting was 52 days. And he found that if you were to follow their trades, over 1 month, you will underperform a bit, but over 1 quarter, you can outperform by 2.6%, and till date, you will outperform S&P 500 by 5.9%, which is very similar to Congress members' performance. There were some very good trades like Brian Mass invested in Ideal Power in December 2020 and got like 110% return in 1 month. Or the same guy invested in Amethyst in March 2021 and gotten another like 85% returns. But obviously, not all trades are godlike trades, right? For example, Greg invested in One Spa World Holdings in March 2020 and gotten an 80% loss. Wow, sibei pain ah. Second worst was, this Brian Mass again. He gotten a negative 57% loss by investing in Tilray. So, moral of the story is, you can't just anyhow follow any guy. Later he bring you go Holland, then you know. Instead, here's what you can do. Look at who invested the most amounts. Because the more money they invest, the more confident they are in their trades, right? Here's what nobjobs found. The top 3 Congress members, Mark Green, Nancy Pelosi, and Susan K. Delbin, each invested at least $15 million in stocks during the last 2 years. And they had all gotten super duper high returns. You know what's more godlike? If you check Nancy Pelosi's annual salary, it's only like 200k. But she was able to invest like $16 million within these 2 years. Nice. So what stocks were they investing in? Check this out. Most of the stocks were big tech stocks like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, Facebook. There's some other stocks like Walt Disney and AbbVie. Most of the stocks gave really high returns except for AT&T, which gave negative returns, and Johnson & Johnson, which gave only 9% returns. One interesting thing is Congress members really like Microsoft, having invested $28 million into it, while other stocks are just a few $100,000 or $1 to $2 million. But speaking of investing, you can learn new skills in Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of online classes for all sorts of topics. They got tons of classes on personal finance, stock investing, and options trading. Right now, I'm taking a class called Motion Graphics with Kuzuza by Kuzuza, who by the way has a very popular YouTube channel with over 70 million subscribers. In this class, I learned how to do basic but still very fancy animations in After Effects. They show how they make their animations in their videos, which would be totally awesome to learn. So, because Skillshare is sponsoring this video, the first 1,000 people to use the link in the description below will get a 1 month free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. In this 1 month, you can take dozens of these classes from creativity to entrepreneur to improving your life. So go click the link in the description. You will get to support this channel, but more importantly, you get to learn tons of new stuff from Skillshare. With that being said, let's get back to the video. So obviously, a lot of these US Congress members are really good at stock investing, right? Otherwise, how are they able to get such high returns? Personally, I think the best explanation is that they are hardcore and they can time the market perfectly. But some people accuse them of insider trading. Ayo, insider trading? Such a dirty word. We don't use that word here. But anyway, let's find out why they are saying that. There's this thing called Stock Act. It's a law passed by Obama in 2012, where it says lawmakers and senior staff must report their stock trades within 30 days of transaction, or within 45 days if they didn't learn about the trade until later. Maybe because their broker or B bought the stock for them. They'd be like, "Aiya, my B bought a few $1 million worth of Tesla stocks for me, and he didn't tell me. Too bad oh." But guess what? Even though there's Stock Act, it was found that at least 182 congressional staffers didn't report their trades on time. Among them, there's at least 52 members of Congress. Then you'd be like, "Oh, they never follow the law." Guess what's the punishment? If they forgot the report, there's a $200 late fee, which, by the way, is still cheaper than the $300 fine for not wearing a mask hall. But wait, that's not all. No one was recorded ever paying the fines. Why? I don't know. Meanwhile, if anyone else were found to be doing insider trading, they could go to jail up to 20 years and be fined up to $5 million. But for Congress, meh, no problem. Why? Because there's this law called Speech or Debate Clause, where they can't be questioned in any other place. This is to protect the independence and integrity of the legislative branch. So yeah, even if people suspect them of doing something wrong, they can't be questioned. In 2020, a few Congress members were suspected to be doing insider trading. Basically, after Congress had a closed-door meeting about the pandemic in January, a few members quickly sold off their stocks before the February 26 crash. Sticky sneaky, yeah? Nobjobs found that the biggest winner was David Perdue, who managed to save over $2.2 million by selling earlier. In the end, there were no charges and investigations were closed. And recently, when people try to suggest Congress members to be banned from trading, Nancy Pelosi be like, "Nah man, it's a free market." So yeah. Anyway, that's beside the point. I'm not some Stock Act officer who goes around checking which Congress member didn't follow the law. Whether it's insider trading or they are just very good at stock picking, it doesn't matter. What I'm more interested in is that how we can follow their stock trades. There are a few ways. The first one is a website called House Stock Watcher, where it tracks House member trades. And another is Senate Stock Watcher, where it trades Senate members' trades. For example, this is Mark Green's trades. These are his most traded stocks. Or this is Nancy Pelosi's trades. We can see that she likes to invest in technology sector a lot, and her transactions were mostly purchases. So obviously, she's a hodler. Her favorite stocks are the usual tech stocks like Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, Amazon, and so on. The other website is Capital Trade, where you can see all of their trades easily. There are also a few TikTok users sharing Congress members trading, like CEO Watchlist, Quick Trades, Iris app. For example, CEO Watchlist shared that Nancy Pelosi bought these stocks with $11 million. According to them, Nancy Pelosi is a psychic and is the queen of investing. Okay, here are my thoughts. I think all the evidence are there. Some politicians are just very good at stock picking. Probably some of them even better than our Warren Buffett koko. There's no other way to explain this. And obviously they know what they are doing. Otherwise, they won't be investing a few $1 million into stocks, right? As Nancy Pelosi said, free market, woohoo! But all those aside, I feel they are confident in their investments for a few reasons. First, they have knowledge which no one else has. For example, after the closed-door meeting, Richard Burr said that US was prepared to face the pandemic, but he decided to sell up to $1.7 million worth of stocks before the crash. Second, since they make the loss, the actions can directly affect how well the stocks can perform. For example, Nancy Pelosi is bullish on tech stocks. Meanwhile, she is the one blocking all the antitrust legislation. And since they think it's totally alright for them to trade stocks, the very least we can do is follow their trades and benefit together. Judging from the transactions, their buys are more than their sells might mean that they feel that those stocks are good for long-term investment. However, in Nobjobs' analysis, he feels that the 2 years is just too short to make any real conclusion, especially when most stocks went up during this period. As they say, everyone is a genius in the bull market. So if you're planning to follow their trades, don't just follow blindly, because you might end up following people like this grad losing tons of money. At least make sure that the companies have good fundamentals before you invest, What do you think? Are they very good at investing? Will you be following their trades to whopping big together? Let me know down below. Like, share and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.